Weatherlyzer is an app that you can use to view current forecast insight as well as future insights for events that you add through the app's calendar. First, we start off by creating an account. The user adds in each of their credentials. The credentials are name, email, username, and password. The user then clicks Create. They are notified that their account is created, and now they are allowed to sign in. If you forget your password, you can go to Forgot Password at the bottom of the screen. There you can enter your user email, and an email will be sent to you. A notification will pop up that the email has been sent. Now the user will be able to check their email and receive this message from Weatherlyzer support. This message contains a link to recreate their password. After clicking the link, you are taken to a website that will allow you to recreate your password. The user is then notified that the password is successfully changed and can now return back to the app and enter their new password. As the user enters their correct password, they are then notified that the login is successful and taken to the home page. On the home page, we have a welcome message, depending on the time of day, an icon depending on the time of day and weather condition, your current location, the wind speed, precipitation, and temperature. It also greets the user with a message, giving further insight and warnings about the current weather. As we click the Add Event Calendar button at the bottom, we can add event by title, location, and time. Here, the user is adding a first day of school event. The location is used with Google Places API autocomplete. The user is then shown a date and time picker. After all the required fields are entered, the user can now create the event. As you can see, the event is added to the home page. Let's add another event. This event is for a beach trip. The user again adds a location and uses the date and time picker. Now, since the event occurs before the previous event that we've already added, the app will add the event from closest in time to furthest in time automatically. As you can see, the beach trip is above first day of school here. Now let's click on beach trip. Here we can see the view event activity. We can see that the weather is going to be rainy, and we're also given a message about this. Let's not go to the beach on a rainy day and delete this event. As you can see, the event has now been deleted. Now the user can add another beach trip event in hopes for better weather. This weather is much nicer. The user decides to go to the beach on this day. Clicking the Settings button takes the user to their profile activity. This profile shows their name, username, and email for whatever user is signed in at the time. If we sign out and sign into a different account, we can see how the app holds user data through an online remote Google Firebase database. Upon logging in with a new user, we can see that they already have events. These events are collected in the list view. These events are saved remotely as well, so no matter where you log in from, you will be able to see the events associated with the user. Now, on this profile, we can see this user's data. Now, When the user logs back into their original account, we'll be able to see how all of their data is stored. And they will be able to access the data that they created before. Now let's see what happens when we add an event and the time of the event passes in real time. Let's add the end of semester event. The user selects the date and time to be from 1 minute from now, so we can see what happens when the time passes. We can see the event now in the list. Let's wait and see what happens when it passes. It deletes itself from the database and on the home page. That concludes our Weatherlyzer app demonstration. Thank you for listening. Team contributions for the app are as follows.